Hi guys, 18dap here and welcome to this video. Before we make a start on it, I've got a quick announcement. I have been lucky enough to be selected to represent Doncaster Rovers once again in the Evestrust Legends charity game at the Eco Power Stadium on the 7th of May. Tickets are available, hit me up on my socials, and a link to my donation page is in the description down below. Every little helps towards this fantastic charity in and around Doncaster. If you want to know more, please get in touch and I will gladly talk you through it. But yeah, any support will be greatly appreciated. With that being said, let's get on with the video. Hi guys, welcome to this match preview for Doncaster Rovers versus Ipswich Town this Tuesday night at the Eco Power Stadium. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you very much for sticking around and supporting the channel as much as you do. If this video has brought you to the channel, welcome. Please consider clicking subscribe so you don't miss any future content. And if this is the first video that you've seen, this is a format that we go through match previews. We'll look at the previous meetings between the two clubs, current form across all competitions. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player to focus on, say a few words about that individual, and then I give my opinion on the one to watch for Ipswich Town. But you know your club much better than what I do, so if you think I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments down below. And then we round the video off with 3 predictions. I've got the predicted team lineup thanks to FanHub. I've got the predictions league table. Me and the family do that, so there'll be an update on that. And then finally, to finish the video off, my score prediction for this game on Tuesday night. So without further ado, let's get into previous meetings. And Doncaster and Ipswich have only faced off 20 times in their history. Rovers coming out on top on 5 occasions, Ipswich on 10, and then we've shared the spoils on 5 as well. So it's edging in Ipswich's favour. I tend to say that quite a lot in these videos, that the opposition have won more games across our history. And we look back at the most recent 5 fixtures and it's in Ipswich's favour once again. Going back to 2015 in the League Cup, a 4-1 defeat at home. That was damaging. Hopefully it's not like that on Tuesday night. But then we faced each other in the league the last 4 times in League One. In 2019 it was 0-0 draw at Portman Road. A very good result there for Doncaster. And then at home it was a very, very good result with a 4-1 victory. I'd take something like that on Tuesday night for sure. And then in 2021 it was a 2-1 defeat at Portman Road, and then earlier this season a very damaging 6-0 defeat, which yeah, the less said about that the better. Moving on to current form, Doncaster coming into this one off the back of a very good win, but looking at our last 5 it's 3 defeats and 2 victories. Ipswich on the other hand, 2 defeats and 3 victories coming into this one. As I say, a huge 3 points earned at Sunderland on Saturday, and it just shows for me that we've got something about us and we could potentially avoid the drop. But for me, consistency is key in this final running towards the end of the season if we're going to stand any chance of avoiding the drop. It's going to be a tough ask. Just got to wait and see, I suppose. 2 lovely goals scored by Rio and Tommy, but there was a very nervy end towards the end of the game with Sunderland clawing one back, and we were massively let off in the second half as well with one that to me looks like it's clearly crossed the line, but it wasn't given. So maybe our luck's changing a little bit. We've not had too much of it this season, so we'll take it where we can get it. But for me, the lads should take heaps and heaps of confidence from this and hopefully take it into upcoming games against Ipswich this week, Portsmouth at the weekend, Lincoln coming up, Sheffield Wednesday, Accrington, and then Wimbledon. So a big month coming up. So hopefully this result just gives them the springboard to push on. Ipswich, on the other hand, seem to have found a bit of a groove since a tough start to the season. This season made a lot of changes in the summer, and I think it took them a while to gel. Paul Cook relieved of his duties not too long ago. I just don't think he could quite get it clicking, but it seems to be happening a little bit now. But for me, I think Ipswich playing catch up, but they will be one of the squads to watch out for next season for sure, in my opinion. I just think they've given themselves a little bit too much to do to break into the playoffs, but there's a long way to go, a lot of games to be played, a lot of points to be won, so you never know. Looking back at their last couple of games, there's not been too many goals scored as of late, winning or losing by the odd goal or two here or there. 1-0 against Sheffield Wednesday, and then beating Gillingham on Saturday 1-0 with a Connor Chaplin goal. So yeah, it's fine margins with Ipswich at the minute. But as I mentioned, we've been battered 6-0 by them this season already. So we've seen the damage that this squad can cause that's got a lot of quality in it. So hopefully it's not a 6-0 hammering at home like the 5-0 was against Rotherham last week. But we will see on Tuesday night. On to player profile. For this video I have chosen Jonathan Mitchell, new goalkeeper to Doncaster Rovers, came in January from Hartlepool, 27 years old, and previous clubs Newcastle, Workington, Derby, Luton, Oxford, Shrewsbury, Macclesfield, Northampton, Hartlepool, and is now here at Doncaster. And question marks over Jonathan Mitchell's transfer. I think we were, as a fan base, we were wanting a keeper with bags of ability and experience, and it was just a bit questionable getting a keeper from the league below who'd not had many games as well. So yeah, question marks over that one, and those question marks were made a little bit bigger last Tuesday night when he was put in for his debut and conceded 5 against Rotherham. But some of the questions were answered on Saturday with a fantastic performance from him, some superb saves to keep us in the game. But he's had 157 career appearances, so that experience is there to help Louis Jones progress and grow a little bit. But he has conceded 225 goals, but 45 clean sheets is not too bad either. So almost a third of his games he keeps a clean sheet. So hopefully he can pass on some of that experience that he's gained across all of those different teams and those 157 appearances to help Louis progress and develop as a player as well. So welcome to the club, Jonathan Mitchell. Moving on to the opponents, one to watch. So for Ipswich, I was going to go with Macaulay Bonne, but I think that's a little bit of the obvious pick. I mean, look at their squad and there's ability all across it. So I've gone with Connor Chaplin on this one, the scorer of the goal on Saturday, 24 years old forward, 30 appearances this season. He scored 8 goals, 3 assists, so I think he's definitely one to watch on Tuesday night. I think if we allow him that time or space, he will either find a pass into another attacker or he'll get that opportunity on goal and potentially put it in the back of the net. So for me, Connor, a very, very good player. He's going to be difficult to tie down. Hopefully Younger, Alowu, whoever's in the back four will be able to contain Connor on Tuesday night. So for me, the one to watch for Ipswich is Connor Chaplin. But as I said at the start of the video, if you think it should be somebody else, please let me know in the comments down below. Moving on to my predicted team lineup, this is thanks to FanHub. If you've not got the app yet, please go ahead and download it. Loads of features to get your teeth stuck into, and they're trying to add more and more to the app as the season goes on. If you are waiting to get in, or you download it and you're stuck in the queue, please use the golden ticket code 18D-ICJ. That'll help you skip the queue. I think there's only one use on that remaining, so please be quick. And for me, my predicted team lineup is as follows. I've gone with Jonathan Mitchell in goal. I think the performance against Sunderland will have earned him his place against Ipswich. I've gone with a back four of Kyle Noyle, Ollie Younger, Joe Alowu and Ben Jackson. I think defensively we looked okay against Sunderland, and Noyle's had a bit of a rest, so I think he may get slotted back in to replace Charlie Seaman. A midfield three of Galbraith, Smith and Tommy Rowe, and then a front three of Odebeko, Martin, who was a fantastic player, unreal, and Rio Griffiths up front on his own. So that's my predicted team lineup to face Ipswich. We will see on Tuesday night how close I am. That takes me on to the Predictions League table. So if you're new to this, me and the family predict the scoreline for every single league game this season. If we get it spot on, we get 3 points. If we get the outcome of the game but not the result right, we get 1 point. If we get it completely wrong, we get no points. And the confidence wasn't there in our household, so or in our family. We all went with defeats, so no change in the table. Dad and myself joint top on 20 points, Max in third on 16 points, and Chris bottom on 14. So yeah, there'll be change in the table. Hopefully there'll be change in the real table as well. And finally, that takes me on to my score prediction. And there's a little bit of confidence and a little bit of hope after the performance and the result at Sunderland. It's going to be a tough game. Ipswich are a very, very good team. But as I mentioned in the video, it's been fine margins with them. So hopefully we take that confidence from Sunderland into this one, and those fine margins, we'll see how they go. And I'm putting my neck out. I don't think we'll win the game, but I don't think we'll lose. I'm going with a 2-2 draw. And do you know what? I'd take that right now. Another point on the table, coming up to some big games in February. So, yeah, I'd take a draw. So that's what I'm going with. Doncaster Rovers 2, Ipswich 2. And that's where I'm going to leave this one. If you've enjoyed it, please stick a big thumbs up on it for us, please. Comments in the section down below. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.